There is a silent epidemic unfolding, not in our bodies, but in our minds. Have you ever felt that, even when your surroundings are perfectly quiet, there is a relentless noise inside your own head? You want to focus on one important task, but your mind jumps from thought to thought like a restless monkey. You want to solve a problem in your life, but you feel completely paralyzed, not knowing where to begin. We are living in an age where information is infinite, but deep, focused thought has become a luxury good. We are, without realizing it, participating in a quiet process of self-sabotage. We are allowing our most important muscle, our brain, to slowly atrophy without our knowledge. Today, we will not only unmask the unintentional habits that are weakening your ability to think, but we will also provide a mental gym, complete with specific exercises, so you can retrain your willpower, your creativity, and your focus. Think of your brain as a muscle. When you go to the gym and lift weights, your muscles meet resistance. They suffer micro tears, and then they grow back stronger. This process is called hypertrophy. The mind works in exactly the same way. To become sharper, more creative, and more resilient, your brain needs resistance-hard problems, complex questions, and periods of deep focus. But modern life is handing us a comfortable couch. Everything is designed to be easy, fast, and require no mental effort. We don't need to remember directions because we have Google Maps. We don't need to debate which movie to watch because Netflix's algorithm has already decided for us. We are living in a paradise of convenience, but it is a hell for the development of our intellect. When there is no resistance, our mental muscles are not used, and an unchanging law of biology is, use it or lose it. That is mental atrophy. How do you know if you are suffering from this syndrome? See if you recognize yourself in these symptoms. Symptom 1, the loss of self-determination. You realize that most of your major life decisions, choosing a major, a career, a partner, were based on the opinions of others, on social trends, or by copying a role model. You rarely sit down, analyze, and make a choice that comes from your own independent reasoning. The result is a lost life, a constant feeling that you've made all the wrong choices. Symptom 2, low mental resilience. You get excited to start something new, a project, a hobby, a workout plan. But at the first sign of failure or difficulty, you immediately become discouraged and give up. Your ability to tolerate frustration and persevere through problems is incredibly low. You blame it on not having the talent. Symptom 3, the focus fog. You cannot concentrate on one thing for more than 10 minutes. Your mind is constantly distracted. You cannot read a chapter of a book without reaching for your phone. You cannot do deep work. The quality of your work and your learning is always superficial, because you never give your brain the chance to truly immerse itself in the subject. If you see yourself in one or all of these symptoms, do not panic. It is not your fault. It is a result of the environment we live in. And the good news is, once an illness is diagnosed, it can be treated. The first step is to eliminate the biggest root cause. The most dangerous culprit behind mental atrophy in our time is the passive consumption of short-form content. Let's analyze its destructive mechanism. It eliminates choice. You don't actively choose the videos you watch. The algorithm feeds you. You put yourself in a completely passive mode for hours a day. It leaves no time for thought. As one video ends, another immediately assaults your senses. There is no pause for your brain to process, analyze, or question the information. Critical thinking is disabled. It destroys patience. Your brain is trained to receive a dopamine hit in seconds. When you return to the real world with tasks that require hours or days to complete, you feel incredibly impatient and are quick to give up the solution. I am not asking you to delete it entirely. Start by consciously limiting it. Track your time using your phone's built-in features. Just being aware of the number 3 hours a day, for example, is an awakening. Then, set a goal to gradually decrease it. And finally, create friction. Move the app off your home screen. Log out of your account. Anything that makes it slightly harder to access will give you a few extra seconds to rethink your impulse. This is the first and most important exercise in our mental gym. By getting off this comfortable couch, you are forcing your brain to get up and start moving again. Getting off the comfortable couch of passivity is the first step. The next step is to enter the mental gym. Here are the remaining exercises designed to rebuild your muscles of thought, one by one. Exercise 2. Lifting the weights of problems. Whenever you face a problem in your life, big or small, take out a piece of paper, write the problem at the top. Then, force yourself to list at least 10 possible solutions, no matter how wild or unrealistic they seem. Do not judge, just list. This exercise trains the muscles of creativity and problem solving. It forces your brain to abandon the I can't mindset and switch to the how can I mode. Exercise 3. Deep digestion. When you consume valuable content, like a book or a video from this channel, practice slow eating. Instead of skimming, pause after a key idea. Close the book. Rephrase the idea in your own words. Ask yourself, how does this apply to my own life? This exercise trains the muscles of critical thinking and information retention. It transforms you from a passive receiver of information into an active participant in your own learning. Exercise 4. The why exploration. Become deliberately curious. When you see anything in the world, a successful marketing campaign, a failed product, a beautiful photograph, stop and ask the most powerful question. Why? Why does this work? Why did that fail? What are the underlying principles? Then, actively seek the answers. This exercise trains your analytical skills. Instead of just seeing the surface of things, you train your mind to see the systems and structures underneath. Exercise 5. The marathon on paper. Write every day. It doesn't have to be for an audience. Open a blank page and write, using a simple prompt like, how do I feel today? Just write continuously. Try to write for longer each day. To write a meaningful sentence, you must first have a thought. To write a meaningful paragraph, you must first have a structure for your thoughts. Writing is the best way to organize the chaos in your mind into clear, coherent order. It trains clarity of thought. Exercise 6. Conversational sparring. In conversations, especially with friends over coffee, put your phone away. Practice deep listening. When the other person speaks, don't just wait for your turn to talk. Truly process their message and force your brain to work. What is a good follow-up question? What is my own perspective on this? How can I respond with empathy while still having an opinion? This trains mental agility and empathy. It turns small talk into a mental workout. And finally, exercise 7. Our cool down, the reflective walk. After reading or learning something new, go for a walk for about 30 minutes. Do not wear headphones. Let your mind wander freely. You will be amazed at how your brain connects the new ideas you just consumed with old ones and with your own life experiences. This exercise trains idea synthesis and memory consolidation. Gentle movement helps the brain process and store information more effectively. In the end, the message today is simple. Your brain is not a fixed entity, it is a muscle. And you have a choice every day to let it atrophy on the comfortable couch of convenience, or to take it to the gym and train it to be stronger, more resilient, and sharper. The path of training is certainly harder, but that hardship is the sign of growth. The comfort of not having to think in the long run leads only to a life of stagnation and regret. The choice is yours. Which direction is your inner compass pointing? Thank you for listening.